So hi everyone, I'm Vanessa and welcome to Life with Pal, and today we will be talking about the Shark Pro Steam Pocket Mop, and this is the model SE460. This was a complimentary product for reviewing and testing from behalf of Try It Sampling and Shark, and so far I really do like the product. Stay tuned for more information, and this retails roughly for about $80. So the Shark Pro Steam Mop model SE460 is very lightweight. It's really easy to use. I like that it has a flippable head, and it includes a steam mop, of course, in the box, and two pads with scrubber little lines, a fill cup, and the instructions. The handle will need to be assembled to the body, but I'll get to that shortly. It does have two settings, the dust and the mop setting, and you just basically press the button to activate either one. And the fill tank is pretty large, and the tank has a very easy to open twist top. The cord is 22 feet long according to Shark, and the handle does need to be attached to the body. The screw that's included on the body requires a Phillips head screwdriver, and you just basically unscrew it and slip the mop handle in and screw it together. The head of the steam mop is very flexible, and it has a spring, and that's actually where the steam comes out through the little hole. So it's not just in the center, it actually radiates outward, and that's the inside of the mop pad, and it's pretty easy to pull on and off of the mop head. It does have a hook and loop option, so it does stay in place. It doesn't slip off as you're mopping. These do need to be machine washed, and the steam mop can be used on the following surfaces: laminate, bamboo, hardwood, and sealed hardwood, marble, tile, and stone floors. So you will have to read the directions in terms of which steam setting you will need to use for the flooring you are using, and you may also want to spot test to make sure it doesn't warp your floor. So overall, this is what the steam mop looks like once it's fully assembled. The mop head you just pop into place, and that was just kind of to show you the cord. And I used bottled water to fill the tank because I didn't have distilled water, and this is how to turn it on and off. Once you plug it in, it actually starts blinking, and you press the control button once for the dust and then a second time for the mop option, and it heats up fairly quickly. So in the next video I'll show you exactly what it looks like once it's in use. So that's actually the steam. There isn't really a control you can press, and that's on the mop function. So it does steam really quickly, and I'll shut up for a second so you can hear what it sounds like. But overall it works really well. I was really happy with it. It cleaned the floor really, really well. I noticed that it didn't really leave a dampness on the floor, and this was just to show you what I look like once I flipped the head over to the other side. And this is what it looked like once I was done on one side, and that's what the back looked like. So stay tuned for more. So hi everyone, I'm back for just a second. I will admit that I did have better quality video and audio and pictures, but my external hard drive that I had stored all that stuff on died. So I had to kind of do a quick slap job to kind of put it all together for you guys. So I'm sorry if it wasn't the best. Let me show you what the mop looks like. Hopefully I don't knock stuff over, but I do have it here. And as you can see, it has the nice rounded handle. So it has a nice rounded handle, which is pretty ergonomic, and it has the little rubber anti-slip grip. It has a little holder here for the cord, which I liked, and at the bottom. But this one actually rotates, so you can rotate it any which way you want. And this is the one at the bottom. So the fill tank is a decent size. I found out that basically a bottle of water will fill the tank, and I can do my whole house because we have tile and laminate hardwood. So I can do the whole house and still have a little water left. And I was going to show you, which I didn't do in the video previously, was the mop head. So the mop head, as you can see, actually has a spring so you can flip it either way. And to take it off the body of the actual mop, it has a little push button. So you just push it and it releases it. And it has a notch on it, so you're only able to insert it one particular way, which is this way, and it snaps into place. Overall, I like that the head's flexible. I wish that it would swivel. It swivels when you're using it, but I wish that it wasn't locked into place where you could swivel it, because when you actually turn the mop over, like if you want to mop it this way, you kind of have to mop it with the mop backwards. So it's kind of a little bit of a chore. That was one con that I found. And I wished that the cord would swivel, because it's a little tricky when you're in the process of mopping and you get stuck and you have to keep moving the cord. I wish it would swivel with the body. The other thing I found that kind of was a con, it wasn't too bad, was that I wish the on and off button actually had an off function, because when you end up at a spot where you can't reach anymore and you have to unplug your steam mop, you press it once to activate it for the dust function, and then you press it again for the mop function, and then you press it a final time and it goes back like to a pause button because it blinks. So you have to do that. I wish it would have had an actual control on and off, and I wish it would have had a control for the steam so you could control the steam while you're mopping. So like a push handle or something like that. Other than that, I really didn't find very much of a complaint, and I wish the cord was a little longer. It says it's 22 feet, but I kind of wonder. Overall, I liked it. But those were the few complaints that I had. But so far, I haven't had any issues with leaking. I haven't had any issues with anything else. I like that when you use it, it didn't seem to dull the tile. And I noticed when I did the dust and then I went back and did the mopping, it really picked up a lot more grime and dirt and whatever buildup was on the tile. I think the tile was actually a different color once I was done. So that was nice. And it's just nice not to have the residual smells of floor cleaners and stuff like that. Because for anybody that's ever used a Swiffer, you know sometimes it's kind of smelly. I want to talk about the mop pads for a second. Oh, and I also found out that the stability of this to actually sit it is kind of wiggly. So you kind of have to lean it against something or hang it. They do have a hanging option. I guess you would hang it by the handle. But it's not real steady when you leave it. It won't stand on its own, so you kind of have to lean it against the surface. So let me show you the difference between a clean mop pad and one that's been used a couple times. So this is what the clean one looks like. This is the second new one. And as you can see, it has kind of like that scrubber fiber in it. And it's really easy to open and close. So it has the little hook and loop tape. It also has like a little piece of elastic for when you stretch it onto the head. And as I showed you earlier, it also has like a mesh inside. So overall, this cleans really good. I didn't feel that it scratched the floor. I didn't feel that it did anything else. Depending on your type of stain or spot or whatever that you're trying to get out, it may take a little work. Like I had gum on the floor. I guess we had picked it up from somewhere and it ended up on the floor. And I kind of left the steam up there and it just started the steam and it did lift it. So it may just vary by your stain. So this is a new one. And let me show you what one looks like once I've used it for a while. This is one that's been used. It did get washed. I will say it is washed. It just, for some reason, it just kind of hard to get the dirt out of it. I actually, once I take them off the steam mop and it's cool, I rinse them to make sure to get all the extra dirt out. And for some reason, this one just collected a lot of dirt. And I've actually sat it in laundry detergent because it tells you that you're supposed to only wash them with liquid detergent, and you're not supposed to bleach them or put them in the dryer. So for some reason, even though it looks like it's filthy, it's clean. It's just for some reason it doesn't seem to be getting a lot of it off. But I do rinse it and I do clean it before I put it in the washing machine to get off all the residual dirt. But for some reason, sometimes it doesn't look clean after I wash it, so I just thought I'd let people know about that. Overall, it really hasn't deteriorated in the couple weeks that I've been using it, and it really hasn't pilled or anything either. So it's just kind of, I guess, I just kind of have to clean it some more. But it is clean. Other than that, I don't really have a complaint. As I mentioned, this particular steam mop range is priced for about $80. This model is only available at Walmart, but I did find another model similar to this one, and I've listed it in the description below, and that one's available at Target. And it is a different model number, but it has a lot of the same features, and it actually has one extra feature as well. So if you think this is something for you, I'll leave all the information in the description below, and thanks to Try It Sampling for the